I just wanted to let you guys know that being a VIP is not so shabby. I do have a good time with it, as much as I can. I get out of lots of things, like doing some house chores. I never take meetings. I never take meetings where I have to write notes, which is really good. And I usually get stopped by people, and some people just go like, oh, Akipole, Shika Sotano.
Many of us tend to think that persons with disabilities cannot do much or rather accomplish any task. In today's feature, we meet Crystal Asige, who's a woman who's conquering her odds and fighting her blindness. In this feature, we'll also see her life, her job, and her achievements. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'd like you to tell the viewers a bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and all that.
So my name is Crystal Asige. I am many things. I'm a singer-songwriter. I am a producer as well, YouTuber. I'm a VIP ambassador, which includes me doing things like speaking, events, and stuff like that.
Could you please walk us through your journey on how you had your eyesight and how you got to lose it?
Yeah, sure. So I wasn't born blind. I was born with my full vision. It's only when I was in high school, around 15, 16, when I started to realize there was something wrong with my eyesight, because I wasn't really seeing the front of the class very well when I was trying to take notes. I wasn't able to like read my scripts in drama class properly, such things. But at the time, I didn't think much of it, because I was thinking, oh, my parents wear glasses, so maybe it's just because I need reading glasses. Because it wasn't something that was, you know, from black to white. It wasn't like a quick change like this. It was very, very slow, very gradual. So it didn't really alarm me at the time. So I just continued. I got a pair of reading glasses, and they helped me, you know, with reading scripts, reading books, etc. And then it's only when I went to university in the UK that I went for just a normal checkup as usual. And the doctor there told me, okay, Crystal, you need to pay attention to your eyes, because something is very wrong here. And that scared me to death. I was like, what do you mean something is wrong? I've been going to optician all this time in Mombasa, and nobody's ever told me anything is wrong. So he sent me to an eye hospital, because there's a difference between an optician and an eye hospital. Opticians just look at the front of the eye, like they give you glasses. And ophthalmologists in eye hospitals like look at the back, your retina and all that kind of stuff. So they told me that I need to go in for some tests. I did some tests. After a few weeks of tests, back and forth, they diagnosed me officially with glaucoma. And since then, that was around 2008 they diagnosed me. And for the next 2 years, they put me on medications, eye drops, pills, to try and get my pressures down, because glaucoma means that your pressure in the eyes are way too high. And so it sort of like eats away at your eyesight, the ability for you to see. So things become much darker and blurry as the pressure remains high. So they tried to get my pressures down, but it wasn't really working as quickly as they would like. So they told me, we need to go into operation. So in a total of 6 years, I've done 8 surgeries to try and recover or to recorrect my eyes, but none of them have really worked. But the pressures are low, but the consequence of all those surgeries, trauma to the eyes all the time, is that now I can't see. I can't see at all very well. Yeah.
How was your life when you could see? How would you compare your life when you could see then and now?
I think it's both negative things that I've noticed and also positives though. Negatives, obviously, I don't know what I look like, for example. Haven't read a physical book for such a long time, and I really love reading. I'm an avid reader. I had to stop playing sports because I was really good in sports and I enjoyed doing that. I did sports all the way through university as well, like basketball, swimming, hockey, netball. So I had to stop that, though I really love keeping fit. So what else? I don't go out as much as I used to, I think. I've lost friends as well because of that. Friends who maybe didn't really understand that people go through changes in life, you know. When you're all young, it's like you have to be cool, otherwise you're out. Yeah. So I wasn't cool anymore, I suppose, because I was always like, oh, I can't go somewhere at night because of my eyes. I can't drive anymore. Like, that's also, I had to stop that. So kind of people disappeared from my life. So that's something that I noticed, the negative. as well, I studied film and theatre in uni, and that's obviously something that needs, your vision. But yeah, so I've had to sort of keep that on the side a little bit. My passion for theatre and film, making film, I had to stop filming myself. Nowadays I've got people who film with me or for me on behalf of me. But the positives are that I feel that I'm way more creative. I feel like I use my brain much more because I have to think and imagine things much more than I would have if I had my own eyesight. As well, when I say that I've lost friends, this has helped me to see who are really good people. Yeah, that's right.
Say that you've handpicked your circle then and now. Would you say there's been better, it has been a better choice, your former friends and your current friends?
Yeah, I think so. I think the circle that I have now, they're a better quality of friends. Yeah, quantity and quality are way different. And I always tell people it's okay if you even have one or two friends, so long as they're there, ride or die.
That's true.
Yeah, and this has helped me to sort of filter out. Exactly. So that actually came out as a blessing in disguise. I also feel I'm more compassionate. I empathize with people much more. I now understand the world of disability way more, because before I would never have to think about it, isn't it? So I use my skills, my passions for because I hate injustice. I love standing up for people in general. I always speak. If somebody's being bullied, I'm the first to be hey, stop bullying that person. So now that characteristic stands out even more now, because now I'm okay, disabled community, I'm with you, Maze. So those are the kind of positives that I've seen. I feel that I'm less judgmental, less materialistic. I don't really the trends, the fashion. I'm not really into it. I'm just as long as I'm comfortable, it's okay. So things like that.
How do you pick what to wear?
So shopping, I usually have to go to the shops with somebody that knows my style.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so maybe a friend, my sister, my mom, people that know what I like basically, and that I can trust to tell me whether because of that don't look good or girl, you looking fly or whatever. So I usually go with them to the shops, or if it's online, they'll describe to me every top, what it looks like, and I say do you think it'll look good on me? And then I order it, things like that. So just a few people that I usually ask for help in shopping. Yeah.
So I have watched some of your YouTube channel videos.
Yes.
And could you please walk us through on why you started it and the whole idea?
So Blind Girl Manenos.
Yeah.
Yes. I started that a year ago. It was a year in March.
Oh, you have a lot of videos.
Yeah, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like the people channel so many more videos than I do. But I started in March last year because when I came back from the UK, and obviously I was going through the change of having to deal with sight loss. People used to ask me many questions hey, Crystal, how do you still do this? How do you still do that? I would expect you just be sitting in your room all day.
Yeah, being done for everything.
Exactly. So instead of repeating all my answers one by one to every individual, I just thought, let me try and put my film skills into use here. Let me see if I can start a YouTube channel, make small videos, see what people think of them. And it picked up after a couple, just a couple of episodes. And I just thought, okay, cool. This is a way for me to tell people how I live, because many people have questions. They're very curious, which is fine. And B, as well, I wanted to use it to inspire other VIPs, other visually impaired people, because even they wonder okay, how do you get a job? How do you cook for yourself? How do you, like you said, choose your clothes, etc. So it's sort of tips and tricks for them, for other VIPs, but then also for everybody else who's just interested and curious about my life. It's for them to just be okay, that's how she does that. So yeah.
I've realized you have a lot of love for film.
Yes.
Have you ever considered, I've heard you say film, you've put it aside because of
Yeah.
the whole eyesight thing, but have you ever considered partnering with people who would actually feature maybe a day in the life of a VIP and have all VIPs on board, so that it just shows, gives awareness rather.
Yeah, absolutely.
And encourage other people with disability to stand up.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yes, I've thought about it. B, there's actually a group of people that I'm working with now that I've moved to Nairobi for a bit. They've approached me and they want to do a feature film. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'll also I'll be a producer on that as well, because I love bossing people around. No, I'm joking. I have to be like, you, like, stand there, you, why aren't you here on time?
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to do, so that's coming up for sure.
You're an inspiration to many. And,
Thank you, that's very kind.
You actually are. I read your story and I was like, whoa. Especially when you talked about Be Still. Oh, I'll get into that.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah. So, despite you've risen above the challenges,
Yeah.
and you've beat all odds that other VIPs or people with disability allowed their situation to hinder them. So, what made you rise above it?
God, and a mixture of God opening up my path for me, lighting up my path, and also the personality that He gave me. I talked to a friend about this, and I was saying, I also wondered, like, why is it me? Why was I chosen to have all these, the mixture of personality with all that, my education, etc. And I was like, maybe it's because the universe or God or however people want to look at it, picks the people that He knows can take their thing forward.
Hi, my name is Kandi Oguta. I work at the Open Institute as a mentee, and my experience working with Crystal has been like one of the most inspiring moments for me. Crystal is visually impaired, as you have seen, and she is very smart. I like her memory. She comes up with ideas very quickly, and at times when you see, like, I just imagine how hard it is for her, because we've done a blindfold challenge and we've been able to, like, step in her shoes, and being in that world of hers, it's hard, but it's amazing how she copes up. She's accepted herself and she's able to inspire also others in the office.
As you have seen, Crystal did not allow her disability to hinder her from being the person that she is today. And I'm talking to you who's watching. Don't allow anything to hinder you from the person you're meant to become. And as they say, disability is not inability. I was your host, Hope Wambue.